Wow, look at
Hooray.
that. Look at that. Hey, well, welcome to the, you want to say with me, Michael, to the
Smiling Friends DVD Season 1 commentary. Hello, everybody. Thank you for buying this or watching it on YouTube
and who
for free.
are you? And wait a minute, who are you now? Who's speaking?
I'm Michael Cusack. I play Pim and Alan, and I co-created it along with you.
Yep.
Who and what's your name?
Who be Zach? Who I'm Zach Hadel,
Oh,
and
that's
I
wonderful.
voiced Charlie and Glep, and I also co-created it. And
Great.
here we are. We're in the pilot episode.
And here is Mark M playing the boss, the iconic
Yep,
boss,
sick animation.
Mr. Boss. We still don't really know what his name is.
They call him the boss and Mr. Boss. We're thinking, is his name just Boss? I don't think we really know yet. Maybe
No, we don't know. We have no idea.
It's either his name or it's just, I mean, obviously it's his title, but...
I just noticed on the desk that there's happy files and also sad files. What are the
Does that mean like to do?
Oh, wait, yeah, I guess sad files are the ones to do and happy are the completed ones?
ones.
Yeah, got it. That's actually genius, I think. That lamp is also there in the pilot. We planned that to be thrown in a later episode.
Yep, like it's tossed. We don't really see this character again. Do we ever say his name in this episode?
I don't think we do.
Have
we ever revealed his name?
No, his name is Jason. It's very important.
Oh my gosh.
It's very, very important. Don't ever forget that.
Jason was very early.
He was just that little fetus guy.
In fact, one of your YouTube videos had a character similar to that.
He just got pulled out of that. Because even around that time of that video, I think we were both kind of brainstorming ideas for this, and I think...
Yep. I drew this background, as you can see how crappy it is. I animated that.
I love that background.
You animated this,
Yeah,
didn't you, that woman? The hair, that hair extension was in the storyboard. Zach put it as a joke.
Yeah,
and then
I wanted to get it out of the
animation.
He said, no, keep it. I was like, is that too weird? Is that going to, like, freak people?
There's a demon back there somewhere.
I don't think anyone's noticed that one.
No one has ever noticed a demon.
There is a giant sleep paralysis demon. I forgot about that. There's a huge sleep paralysis
demon. It's funny, because that was kind of like a follow-on, because you put demons in Hellbenders, right? But no one noticed those either. This is Mike Stacklasa, the brilliant Red Letter Media, from Red Letter Media. Yep. What do you want to talk about?
I was gonna say the other voices we had in mind for him, or just how he came up with the voice, which was we had that drawing of him before we had a voice picked out. I think we had like 3 or 4 voices, and I think we were just doing shitty impressions of the people we had in mind to that drawing, and that felt like it was the
We always wanted to work with. I think we're both fans of Red Letter Media and Mike's voice too, and I think we both loved the Star Wars review that he did.
Yeah, and the Baby's Day Out one is great. All those ones were great. He did an amazing job.
There's
you as Lucas.
Oh, it's another person.
I mean, sorry, that's Lucas.
It's another guy
we found. Yeah, you found
hassles me and trolls me online.
Yeah, he's your biggest like troll.
Yeah.
Harasser.
Oh yeah. You did.
That first push was really hard because we had to figure out how to get it to stagger, like how he's like really pushing on it, but it can't move backwards.
And this is the great.
Should we say who it is? This is.
Should we? We're allowed to say.
Well, his voice has a filter on it, but this is. This is Danny DeVito.
Yep. Danny DeVito. I think it was in between Sunny. It was in between 2 seasons of Sunny.
And a movie he was doing. Yeah.
We got him just in time. I think it was like 1 hour. 1 hour of recording. Do you remember that?
He said one. He literally said it was 1 hour in and out, and
it ended up being like 5 minutes.
He's credited as Finn Wolfhard or something, but that's like a cover.
No, that's a lie.
That's a lie. That was a joke. Now in the background here, there's some little paintings on the wall.
So the painting. The kids on the wall back there. That guy on the right, that's Pim's brother.
Yep.
I think the guy on the left we decided was Pim's grandfather.
Yep. And there's Mr. Frog.
Mr. Frog is down there on the bottom left there. If you take a nice gander there, that's a little teaser. Because we made this pilot before we were greenlit for season 1.
This came out like 2 years before season.
So it would have been embarrassing if we hid that and we didn't get to make more episodes.
The
beautiful grapes on the left there.
Yeah, I love that.
The grapes. The iconic grapes.
The infamous grapes. Tom Fulp is the man. Barfinger, the guy that made Newgrounds. Creator of Newgrounds and other things.
Desmond's stomach is going over the table there.
Yep, that's insane. That's just like thank God this is a cartoon, because if that was real.
I animated that shot. It was a nightmare.
It's funny whenever you draw or animate a shot in this, it's like.
I want to say something about that picture back there. It looks like his rude bits are coming out behind the man's head. It's not true. It's his finger. And I always looked at that and I thought we were going to get in trouble for that.
Can we talk about how Pim was green for the first? What would you say? Like,
can we say that? We can say that, right?
We can say that. Yeah, Pim was green for probably.
I think it was like it was a good decent chunk.
It was most of it.
a good decent chunk of at least this pilot. I don't know if it might have even bled into the season.
I think it did. We changed it though.
It was I don't know. We both had a talk one day where we're just like.
We had to sit down because we said we.
I fought for it. I loved it.
You did. Well,
and I still want it actually.
And I saw the point, but the big reason was, Charlie's yellow, Pim being green. It just they look like puke. That was the big.
Yeah.
It looks like puking friends. It's like it makes you feel sick looking at them. So.
Yeah. That was what I liked about it, but now Pim is pink and the rest is history, really. Yep. That's Blibbly running
and animating a lot of this.
Yep.
Fucking
I remember
crap.
animating this little Blibbly doing the stab here.
This
they did.
part right here, by the way, as you remember, that changed about 1,000,000 times.
You animated that, didn't you?
Yeah, what he says right there, because we kept figuring like,
wait, actually, what was? I am forgetting now. What was the original again? Oh, he was playing guitar, wasn't it?
There was one joke where it's like we cut away to the boss, and he's playing guitar, and he's fucking up, and then he hears like ruckus, so he's like, "Stop!
Yeah,
you're fucking me up!"
I actually recorded the guitar for that.
There was a bunch, and then there was one where he's. The one now is what? Hey guys, knock it off.
Hey guys, not gonna get. Sorry guys, I'm back.
Yeah. Well, there was about
100
100 fucking iterations. Actually, same thing with this part right here. This got moved from a different scene.
Yes, we had a scene where they're at a beach with dolphins, which might even be on this beautiful Blu-ray/DVD.
Yeah, which could be on
set
the
that
featurette.
you've got or you've pirated.
If things, yeah. Assuming this is you're not watching this on Pirate Bay or GorillaVid.com.
Which you should be, by the way. If you bought this, you're a sucker.
If you buy any of our merchandise or watch anything illegal, you're a sucker.
You can get it for free.
That's a good ad.
Do you remember when we recorded that with Mike Stacklasa?
He didn't get it. He didn't.
No, we were laughing so much because he said the line, "What the ant?" and we cracked up, and he was like, "What's funny about that?" Which he was right.
Which was
very
funny.
True
Which was
of him to say
really
that.
funny, and he was the greatest sport. He got all of it. But yeah, we got to the part where he goes, "What an ant?" and Michael and I were laughing. And he was like,
we were rolling on the ground in tears.
He didn't say anything funny. Why is that funny? He just says an ant. I still like how the fucking blood chunks shoot out.
Yeah, I like the After Effects kind of looking cartoons like this. Like, it doesn't work in film, like in live action film, but for some reason it looks kind of crappy. Not crappy. It looks funny in animation.
It's fun to mix it. Yeah.
He's happy now. He's
happy.
Success.
It's like, do you remember the Back to the Future conundrum where the guy was pissed off that his like the first one? It's like, oh, they became happy because they were rich. Like that actor, what's his name? I forget his name. Anyways,
the crazy the guy that the dad in Back to the Future.
Yeah, the dad. Yeah, he was like he boycotted the second one because he was like the first one ends on consumerism, it makes him happy. And I always think about when I see Desmond, I'm like he probably would hate that ending. It's not the point. It's the point is he found purpose, but he does look nicer. He gained well.
Whoa.
He's the alien.
Why is he living in there?
I don't know.
He was on the TV, but he was also in the TV.
That doesn't make sense.
No. What happened after that? Did they?
I think he's just I'll come down. I'll get out. Sorry.
I think he just went back in the TV and
he went back in the TV.
Vowed not to talk about it again.
Just swept the glass back up. Mr. Frog.
Hello.
He's right here with us. This is crazy.
I know.
We were able to book him. It was not easy, but we were able to get him. It cost a lot.
And there
of money.
he goes. He just ran away.
That's insane. He fucking ate the bug.
Who are those names there? Didn't you put those names?
Yeah, you and I sat down. Some of them were like actual gag names, and then at some point we ran out.
Oh yeah, you drew all these things
all this
too.
shit. Yeah, we drew very, very last minute. All these little pictures here. That's you and my face put through.
Wait, really?
That Russian owned fucking face app, whatever it's called. I
didn't even know that.
Because remember I had you take a picture of doing the soy face, and I did the same thing, and then I ballooned us into giant monsters, and then I traced over that. Basically, I cartoonized that. It was
very strange. This was a fun live action shoot.
Yeah, you were there. That's actually an Australian woman. She speaks with right? She speaks with an accent. Can't even tell.
Yeah.
I think I like that idea.
There's boxes in the back with smiling heads on them. Is that like they're selling merch?
Yeah. I don't know what that is. It must be merchandise, or it's like
got more merch than us,
or it's like uranium or something. It could be. God knows what's in there. You know.
Oh, that man just died horrifically from the statue.
Now there's Bill Clinton with Mr. Frog. What is that?
I don't know what
that
that means.
Is that a message or is that?
I don't know if that's a subliminal message that we're trying to say something. I don't know about
saying
that.
That pro Bill Clinton, anti Bill Clinton. Or
I think Mr. Frog was just with Bill Clinton, and you just have to decide what that means.
That's what I hope.
Well, Mr. Frog is in a couple of movies. He's in a UFO movie. He's in a.
Do you think any of these were good, or do you think these were?
No, these were all like huge flops, like 1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Did they make money though? Was it financially successful?
No. Wow. These lost like billions.
So you think you're saying he had a really good TV career, but a really horrible movie?
Yeah, he was
career.
like, He was kind of like Elvis. It's blurred in the
censored.
background.
Why is that censored?
Because our great friend Michael Dockery drew. I think Michael Dockery drew the mansion. I'm not sure if he drew that bit.
I think he did do that.
But there's nasty genitalia there that it shouldn't be seen on TV, so they blurred it out. We had to blur it out.
Which is thank God.
Which is good. Thank God we had to do. And thank you for telling us to blur that.
Thank you.
And we love you. We love you.
God, nobody saw that on TV.
We love any legality.
Anything like that. We're just saying we love it. Anything you cut out of our show that we put into it.
There's the worm.
There's the worm.
Zach said there'll be a worm in episode 2.
Yep. Which, I'm glad people tweeted that at me and stuff because I forgot about that and I thought, that's a worm. Anybody can.
Yep.
And there's an animal sanctuary. What better place to put the worm?
Yeah, it just worked out. There's blood on the
Mr. Frog is scary. I mean, that's really what we want people to kind of take away from this episode. Is he's a scary. Like, look at him. He's able to move at incredible speeds. And he's kind of just a man of impulse.
Well, we always say, like, in the Smiling Friends lore, and we talked about this a lot while writing.
Yeah.
Early in our writing era of Smiling Friends, that there's different species.
Yep.
So you've got critters. You've got which Pim, Charlie, and Glep and Alan are.
Yep.
You've got humans that you see right here on the left and right.
Boss too, yeah.
You've got the Enchanted Forest fantasy creatures,
Mythical.
like the witches, the mythical creatures, like the goblins and everything. But there's a fourth
Which is
category
just like miscellaneous.
Yes,
right?
that Mr. Frog falls into. And we said he's a demon.
He's a demon. He's not a critter. He's he's definitely not. He's not a frog.
No, he's not a frog.
He has no attributes of a frog.
He doesn't look anything like a frog.
He doesn't. I don't know why anybody believed that. People should have. Day one, he said, "I'm Mr. Frog." People should have gone. Let's back it up. Let's
stuck.
Let's unpack this.
I think, unfortunately, I think it's just his last name, and it has nothing to do with his looks.
Oh, you're saying legally that's his name?
Yeah, I think that's legally his name. I
So
think he painted
that's
himself
like a
green.
stage name.
Yeah, I think he just did some cosmetic work to look a little bit more like a frog, like the green.
Yeah,
I don't think he looks like
dyed
that.
his skin. The brown pants are a little bit. Does that mean he has a penis if he takes the shorts off? What does that mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think.
And I think it looks real.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
There's a
detail
drawing
on
of that somewhere, actually.
Fuck, it's probably, I think there is. Oh, there definitely is.
Mother, you did it, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, people out there, you'll never find
Legitimately,
it.
we're not even
You'll never see
kidding.
it.
I remember anime.
And also, Mr. Frog's whole mansion and his kind of, a little bit of his behavior is just based off of Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh,
His
yes.
crazy schedule.
Because he does this in, in the schedule, but also, isn't this in, like, a Conan
He
remote?
does take Conan to his, shooting range. We watched a lot of Hunter S. Thompson, videos, shenanigans for this stuff. This would be fun, though. We're not even saying anything
I
negative
love to
about
shoot
this.
guns
This
with
would be
Mr.
awesome.
Frog. That was extra. What is that? It's like a lizard.
There's a lizard there?
There was a lizard in the audience.
That should be there.
Is that good friend Rodrigo?
Let's George Lucas the lizard out.
Yeah, they're on a golf course. Rodrigo, our good friend, plays.
Rodrigo Huerta plays the beautiful
The beautiful woman here,
charity lady.
who sadly becomes an amputee.
She's alive though. She doesn't bleed out and die, right?
I think she does. I think that's a lot of blood. I think she dies 20 seconds later.
Having no hands is the least of her problems if she's dead. If she's dead,
We should bring her back, actually, with hooks.
Charlie's got a crucifix on.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he does. So we established he's a Catholic, too, somewhere.
Catholic. Is that the right name for that crucifix? There's a certain. It's not a rosemary. I always.
Oh, is it different with,
I don't. There's names for everything. I'm never good at that.
I always thought Mr. Frog looked very flat here, but in a good way.
He's
he looks deflated. Yeah.
He's high. He snuck pills into his.
Yeah. Mr. Frog's life is great. Look at him. He's just.
Dude, we kind of wanted to be Mr. Frog.
Yeah, he's happier than me.
It's like when you watch Wolf of Wall Street, instead of walking away going, God, those guys are bastards. It's like, no, you go, no, I want to be those guys. I want to be Jordan Belfort in that movie.
Yeah.
I want to be Leonardo DiCaprio.
I want to sniff the purple goo that Mr. Frog
I want to sniff the
sniffs.
purple goo. Exactly. So if you're watching this and you walked away thinking Mr. Frog's the bad guy, we made it intending that he's you look up to him. So
he's an inspirational figure that we all should strive to be.
We didn't put him in so you'd hate him. We put him in so you see yourself in him.
Yep. My good friend Hans Van Haken is
Jimmy Fallon.
Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Doing his amazing Jimmy Fallon impression, which is full of hate.
And you hit your desk for the desk sounds,
that's
right?
really me banging my desk, my IKEA desk, with just my computer microphone. So it's not even a good setup.
I always like how the nose here is above Glep. I'm just thinking about if Glep's POV here would be very strange.
I'd love to see that animated.
Yeah, do
It's
it.
also almost hitting him all the time.
Yeah.
To live in this world, there'd be a lot of anxiety.
It'd be hell. It'd be true hell.
Just also specific. There's a lot of characters bumping into each other, their noses, it's the biting noses.
Yeah.
It'd be very. It wouldn't be a fun place to live, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Nah. Yeah.
So Michael, that guy behind him has a big fucking scar between his eyes. Did he get brain surgery? What happened to him?
I think
Because you drew him.
I drew him. I don't think I animated. I think I just drew that guy, and I don't know what the scar is. I think he's just
That guy needs his own episode.
I think he had an unfortunate accident.
He looks sadder than he needs help more than Mr. Frog. Look at him.
Yeah, he's looking directly at the camera too.
He's looking at the camera.
He's looking at us.
He's got a big scar on his head.
I just still can't believe he said.
Oh!
What was he gonna say there? Do you think?
He was gonna repeat what Mr. Frog
Now,
said.
now, what do you think? What did he say though?
I think we do know what he said, Michael, but we can't. We determined we can't. If we said it, you'd never hear from us. It'd be bad.
Now, when the bug is eaten on the Mr. Frog show, is that just special effects?
We talked about this in depth. What did we settle on? Because we said, is it like he goes into a specialized little pouch in Mr. Frog's mouth? Because we see him get like chewed up.
That can't be CGI.
It's not. I don't think it's computer graphics.
There's a live audience.
It's live. It's Michael. It's real. He puts it in his mouth.
Which makes me think: is there like a different bug every? No, there can't be a different bug every time.
It's
You
him.
can remember it.
It must be that he, because we see him get chewed up, and we also oops, I bumped it. We also we also established that this guy, that Mr. Frog has the capability of chewing somebody up, so it's not just an act. Like, yeah, look, I mean, we see the blood squirt out there, so I don't know. I mean,
I think it's just good, like a good SFX
bit.
going on. Good
bit.
Here, Mr. Frog.
And the moral of
nice
the story
smile.
really is murder, like violence is
Murder
good.
is good.
Murder's good.
Violence is good.
If you're ever cornered, just kill somebody, and then that's a good way to solve your situation. There's a lot of Easter eggs.
You
there.
drew these Easter eggs in the right here.
Smormu's on the which if
Smormu was in Paris, I think.
Smormu got robbed in Paris.
You
There was
drew
a
this.
vlog.
You drew this boat too.
Yeah. And
We're back
And
here.
we're
This
back.
is
Look at
everyone's favorite character, Smormu.
If this isn't your favorite character, you're not a real fan of the show. You're actually not allowed to watch season 2. If you voted no, I mean, right, Michael? I think we can say that officially now that it's all like out.
Glep is tired there, poor thing.
What do you think? Why do you think he was up all night? What do you think?
We always discuss Glep's life
home
outside
life?
of Smiling
Yeah.
Friends because I think he's a big party hound. He's an
He's an animal.
He's a party animal.
I love this weird. We never really see this before or
No,
after.
this angle is only seen once in
But also
Smiling
the
Friends.
phone. We never see the.
Yeah.
It's never there again.
I think the boss was just trying out something new.
Yeah. He was trying. I think they had a whole conversation.
He was showing off. This was definitely him showing off.
Yeah,
here.
I think after he left, they were like, "What was up with the phone?" I don't know.
But did you like
He
it?
started doing that. Yeah, did you like it? It was okay.
Yeah,
It seems
that's
like
kind of fun.
I like going back. I like going into your office more. Okay.
Now that's a man being killed there by a bit of foot there.
I don't even
violently.
want they should have helped that guy. That's I mean,
Yeah.
if they were really. Well,
Originally, Pim said something. Yeah.
We debated should they talk
There was
about,
audio. Pim said, "Should we help that guy?" And Charlie said,
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
It's not our problem or something. But we.
Silence seemed funnier. This game could be its own game as well. Mouse Quest.
I want to play a real version of
Now,
Mouse
this
Quest.
is kind of like an MMO, I guess. It's like
It's like World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Mr. Frog up there in the back,
Mr.
top
Frog,
left is
yeah,
a
Funko Pop.
beautiful figurine. This is David Firth.
David Firth, the great
of
David
Salad
Firth.
Fingers.
Salad Fingers.
Very funny
Jerry
guy.
Jackson.
He did his Jerry Jackson voice for this. He was glad to do it.
Yes, we just said, please do your Jerry Jackson voice exactly,
Yeah.
so people don't think that he was asked to do it and he just did it.
Yeah.
We demanded. I love that show.
I like that too. Yeah.
Shrimpina, Nutty, would you give her flowers like this?
Oh,
Michael, if
yes,
she was-
absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I'm in love with
I'm
in love with that cartoon
we're a good
character.
company-
Sue me.
yeah.
Sue me.
Yeah,
I'm
sue
in
me.
love with the cartoon character.
Hey, I want to crawl inside my TV and take her away and do what Pim does and just give her a nice life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she fucking deserves it.
Oh
man.
yes.
Oh yeah.
This is nice. It's nice. I like seeing these bits of slight. I guess what would you call it? Like not emotion, but it's like
It's nice.
it's stuff. I guess we're not like because we come from YouTube Newgrounds, where evil kind of cesspool, and
Yeah.
these if we made a YouTube cartoon like this, would probably be killed by our peers.
Yeah,
but,
we'd get ripped in the streets like Gaddafi. It wouldn't be.
but doing a TV show like this was a good excuse to have some
Sure, I'll go.
Some
Yeah,
moments
well,
like
Pim
this.
believes it. That's why I
Yeah.
think that's why it works. You're not just watching a character. You really can tell
Yeah.
Pim.
I love it. I really love Pim and Shrimpina.
When even Shrimp dies, she'll come crawling back. Now, very few people have noticed.
I was
Coming
about
up
to say
here,
the critter.
little bit. Keep your eye on the background. You see that little top left?
Yep.
We didn't notice that. I
No,
don't
that
think.
was drawn in.
That
by,
wasn't us. Daniel.
Daniel Peacock.
Daniel
Yeah.
Peacock.
I love that shrimp.
Now, that's just Homer
This is
Simpson.
Homer Simpson.
From The Simpsons.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys have seen The Simpsons, but that's just basically him.
That's
but
where
he's great.
Simpsons got their inspiration.
Yeah, they stole. Apparently, they made a whole show based off that idea we just
Yeah,
did.
no, don't you worry. I heard about it.
Oh yeah,
I'm not happy.
you know
I'm
who else
talking to
heard
my
about it?
lawyer.
Our lawyers heard about it too. And this is all you, Michael. All these little
Control of
animals
these.
here going crazy. Like that guy in the background is really psyching himself
Yeah,
up
he
for
just
like that
he
deadlift.
stares at that barbell the whole time and doesn't pick it up conveniently.
By the way, this guy, this kind of really happened to you and I when you and I went
Yes,
to
at Crunch Gym in Burbank.
yeah.
A lovely gym that we are
a
definitely
great
not
gym, but
saying
it was,
anything bad about.
We were talking about how to use like a pull down thing, and he was like actually literally like that. He was like a 60-year-old guy who was clearly like a runner. He did a lot of cardio.
Well, there as a group, Zach and I,
Yeah.
a few of our friends, and he just decided to give us a lesson on how to operate equipment at the gym.
And not like a 20-second lesson, like a 5-minute long
few
like
minutes.
lesson on
It
nutrition.
was good though. He gave good info.
It was good. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck him, but he taught me everything I know. That's a beautiful dress on her. I love those giant Studio Ghibli clouds.
Oh yeah.
And this is also a cover, Michael. This was you found this song.
Yeah, I found this. I was in one of those weird kind of like Spotify rabbit holes where you just go on like a recommended list and you're listening to a bunch of songs that you I don't know, just similar to whatever you're listening to, and this popped on, and we're trying to think of a song for this scene, and this seemed to work. It was very
And we got the amazing Jason
serendipitous.
Page to sing this
Jason
version.
Page from
Who did the Pokemon theme
Pokemon.
song? Worked a little bit on Hellbenders. He did the Subway. Like he's a man of more than what he's worked on. He's like just a talented. Look at his YouTube channel where he's like singing around a beach. Hey, Pam. I mean that guy. You want to talk about an animal?
the animal on Charlie's shirt.
She said.
No, the animal that sung that song.
Oh,
But-
yeah,
but
sure.
But there is an animal on his shirt as well. Yeah.
Yep.
We should sell real. I mean, I'd wear that to the gym. That
I wonder if that actually exists. That if it doesn't,
if it doesn't,
surely that's a market we can corner.
somebody make it happen.
Shrimp's glasses. What are the logic of those?
I mean, this was another. We've said this about 100 times, but that was that. We talked about that a lot too. Just
Yeah,
that, I think his eyeballs are in his glasses. That's all that makes sense.
Oh man, it's so.
All these fucking extras.
Do you get the same? Because I
Yeah.
watched this and I feel like we're in the middle of production again, having to animate extras.
Whenever
and
I see something that you or I drew directly, and I remember it was, for the
crunch time, and
Yeah,
I
there were
had
so
a
many
deadline
of
the
these,
next day.
So many of these little characters in the background were just Michael and I in a Discord call or a Skype call or whatever.
2 hours
2 a.m. Yeah, drawing these little guys eating French. Look at that guy talking in the background. Very important. I think the only thing this bar is missing that would be good to add is like a band.
Yes,
there's a huge
we
fucking,
talked about
there's
that.
a giant band set up.
We wanted a
and
band playing.
nobody's on the stage. It should have been a disco thing.
Well, guess it's not forever now.
Guess it's not. Guess because we didn't fucking draw it in. I guess it'll never be that ever.
I guess we can like George Lucas it
Can
one
somebody
day.
can somebody else George Lucas like a 3D band? Actually, we could just add the Star Wars band in there.
That would be good. That would make it better. Actually,
The guy that yells in the camera, eats the camera. That guy should be there.
Don't you have a toy of that character?
Yeah, I do. I have it. Yeah, like in the wrapper, like it's an antique. Yeah, hanging on my wall. But we should probably start talking about.
Yeah, we should talk about the spaghetti disco stuff.
Erica Lindbeck is Jennifer /
Shrimp told me to
Shrimpina,
Shrimpina.
yeah.
She's great.
153 Maple.
Really good.
Also, this is a small thing aside. The glass there's spaghetti disco,
You said at the cafe.
and it looks like worms. And there's worms earlier in the episode.
My boyfriend
But
Jason.
we said that too. Should we remove it? But the answer was like, if people get confused, then
I actually don't even remember that discussion. That was like a thing we talked about.
we were saying because it's spaghetti disco and
Yeah.
they're drinking a spaghetti ale or whatever, right? Spaghetti.
Oh
drink.
yeah, no, yeah, yes.
But we don't say what
kinda
they're
similar.
drinking, so it just looks like worms because there's worms earlier.
Do we actually never say that they're drinking?
We did, but
Spaghetti ale.
we removed it. Not because we were asked to legally.
I mean, that makes sense, right? That spaghetti disco. Hopefully, people get it.
It does make sense, but I've seen a few people ask why are they drinking
Yeah,
worms?
why are they drinking that?
This show doesn't make
They
any
should just be
sense.
drinking beer, even if the place is called Spaghetti Disco. I'm sure they
This
just
show
sell
doesn't make
spaghetti.
any fucking sense, dude.
No. Did we improv this together? This bit?
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a old-fashioned bag. Now,
This is Chris O'Neill is
O'Neill is what we're doing. The
smaller
infamous-
small move than we imagined. Actually, I don't know if we like because I always imagined small move would be like kind of almost Charlie's height.
yeah.
But when we got the storyboard
Yeah,
back
he
for
was really
this,
small.
they did him small like that, and we laughed at it. We loved it. So.
I like him tiny. It makes him
Yeah,
less... Well, also, I mean, we know what happens to him, right?
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my
what
god.
happens-
Oh my god. I didn't actually. Oh, that's
Because
awful.
he questioned
That's
Bill
awful.
Clinton. Oh!
Oh, here
It's
we
the
are.
Halloween episode. We get
Oh!
oh!
Got you there?
Yep.
No, it's just because it's Halloween. It's
That's
the Halloween
cheap.
episode.
Yep. Now,
This was shot in Australia, about 2 blocks from where I was living at the time in South Melbourne.
And it took about 1 million alleyways searching for the right alleyway. We said it has to look like a Twilight Zone, kind of night gallery,
Yep.
like weird. The '90s had a lot of those shows, like guys walking through dark alleys.
Yep. Our good friend Todd Omanovich. I'll say that
Scouted
again.
out.
Todd Omanovich found this beautiful alley, and it looks exactly like New York, I think.
And
so
this
thank you for that.
man, we originally were thinking about it was Norm Macdonald. We didn't realize he was sick at the time.
We
so-
didn't. No, I think he was dead for about 6 months before we.
Yeah. We went to
Before
his
we
agent.
realized.
They're like, "Sorry, you can't." And
He's
then we
dead.
found
And
out-
we said, why not? Why can't we get Norman? He said, he's 6 foot under the ground. What?
We see
We're just-
Charlie's girlfriend and Glep's wife there.
Yep. Named Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson. Not from the
legally-
Simpsons.
Now, legally, if you go on like a website where you could do like a people search and you type in Marge Simpson, there's like 100 results. So legally, technically, we could do that because there's real people named Marge Simpson that
Yes.
are not based off the Blue
It's
Head
just a
one.
coincidence.
It's a coincidence.
It's also Marge is a common name, and so is Simpson.
So is Simpson. Do you think the boss shaved his head for this bit, or do you think
I
that's
feel like that's a bald cap, and he's very.
like hyper aware?
Yeah, he's done a very good job at what do you
Blending
call
it?
it? Blending it onto his skin. He's just good at that, I think.
You're absolutely right.
I don't know about the hair.
No, I
though.
was just gonna. Is that like a piece of
I think-
makeup?
I think he stole that from Pim or something, or the hair off
He had that
Charlie.
he had that in his dresser.
Pulled it off his, yeah.
He had that in his fridge for a while. He pulled it out.
Now, we never see this forest again, which
we-
begs the question, is this
Is this real?
real? Is this some mystical forest that just appears?
We kind
when
of
it wants-
implied that when the Frowning Friends come across the street way
Oh, they
later
build
on,
there, yeah.
that they knock those trees down and put a big
Yeah.
building there. But maybe God knows what's there now.
Now, how'd he get there? That's just defying physics.
That's cartoon logic. That doesn't make sense.
This is the Picking Up Twigs song. Todd, our friend, is playing the piano. I'm doing the singing. And yeah, it was a quick song that we did. And Todd
That's
did
a real bird.
He did the whistle for
That's a
that
real
too.
bird we got. Oh, this is kind of inspired off Pocahontas when the face comes out of the tree. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just such a weird idea.
Do you
that
think
a
the boss
tree-
is actually coming out of that? And that's not... I always imagine that's actually not in Pim's brain.
I think that did happen. I think the boss used. I think the boss used like witchcraft.
I
to
think
do
the
that.
Pim's got like microchips in that tree. He somehow has technology, so he can
that
do
was
that.
like Project Bluebeam. That was like a hologram that the boss used from a satellite. It took us a while to figure out. This sounds stupid, but it took us a while when we were writing it to figure out how does he get lost? Like, how does that make sense that he gets lost? And then it was like, oh, the chalk thing was a good little.
Well,
it felt good to figure that
yeah,
out.
it's actually this was one of the hardest episodes to write. Like we wrote this for a long time. I think this was one of the ones we started with actually.
This was one of the first ones we wrote, yeah. Because we knew it was a horror, but we knew it was gonna not be like the pilot. We were like, okay, let's start with the weirdest one first. And then
Yeah,
we'll-
and we remember we had that whole session when we were talking and we were just figuring out just the layout of the forest and where he
there's
goes.
like a lot of logistical stuff. I mean, again, it sounds so stupid because it's such a simple thing, but just figuring out, making sure that it all hooked up and it
Yeah.
wasn't like confusing. Yeah, we tracked. There's a whole map we did of like from when he falls in to all the location stuff. Like we tracked his journey all the way through. I love the water, all the water stuff here.
The
This
water
was done
effect's
by
really
Gen Haim.
I'm so glad you remembered that name.
Yeah, and by the way, this cabin here, done by Nick Cross.
Nick Cross, yep.
He did a few keys. I love like Over the Garden Wall. I love his short film stuff. He's got such a great art style. So I like this too. This says a lot about Pim that he's
He's got a very wholesome point of view on life, I think.
This hooks directly in with his with the Shrimpina fantasy. You know, it's like he really does just want like a family and like a 9 to 5.
I think that is an attractive thing about Pim's character. He's in this awful hell world, and he just wants to live this
Just wants stability.
humble life. He just wants
a
to,
little bit of stability.
yeah, just wants a nice home in Wyoming with his kids and
This
his wife.
shot took forever to animate because the
You did that. You animated that whole shot.
That probably was one of the hardest shots I've ever had to, because it was the she like does a she comes forward, it's an overshoot, and her face does like a stagger thing. But I think any other animator would have been able to do that in about an hour. It took me
Yeah.
I think like 2 fucking days.
Yep. I can't believe this
budget.
was on
budget.
Adobe Animate.
I
all
know.
this
And
crap.
it's also all Flash people.
Yeah. Pim's got a P on his belt. That's custom. He would have engraved that himself.
Oh, yeah, he
There's the scary demon.
Scary Devil Demon. This was animated by Glenn,
Last name.
the stop motion guy. Oh fuck, what's his name? Fuck. But he's amazing. Michael, you know him a little bit better, but I saw his work from what he saw. But he's kind of famous in Australia, right? Like for doing commercials.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
done a bunch of stop motion commercials. He's a icon for
Yeah, I
for this
saw
kind
his
of stuff.
demo risk, all the stuff he did.
Yeah.
Now, who the fuck are all these people?
Who's that man on the very left? That looks like
Huh?
some kind of political figure.
I hope not.
Is that fucking blackface,
Oh
dude?
God, what?
Why the swears?
Why the naughty language? Why the crass
It's not
language?
necessary.
But I just wonder, were these like are these the boss's friends, or are these like?
I feel like these are probably like Alan and Glep's friends combined and the boss.
Yeah, this is like some people's college friends, some people's like.
Yeah, who are these people? Like no one would be friends with these kind of people at Smiling Friends, would they?
See him.
They might have just crashed this party.
They could. Yeah, they could. This could have just been like an open door thing.
Pim's traumatized. Not good.
Pim getting PTSD is. I'm thinking thumbs down.
Halloween is safe.
Mmm.
That's a juicy piece of chicken, doesn't it? I'm glad we got this guy, this line out somewhere. A guy talking about how fucking crazy he is. If you saw,
He does
if
it
you
well,
saw,
too.
If you saw Inside My Head, you'd freak out. I love this guy's voice.
Yeah, me too.
What law am I breaking? That'll be Title 18, Chapter.
By the way, that's real. Fucking look it up, people.
Yeah, we looked up the real
Real
Philadelphia
Yep.
code there.
Yep. Even though this is.
And now what
We
the
talked
F is
about
this
him getting
about?
naked originally, but then we immediately kind of backtracked.
I had to pull that man's underpants up.
Yep.
No, tuck his suit jacket into his underpants. He wanted me to do that.
Now here they sing Bimble Relation. There's a lot of Easter eggs in the background of these posters.
The Atom Virus, which
The
is
Atom
a
Virus, the
classic.
current concept. These are all posters from the very positive.
All movies
screen.
will make one day.
Yes, those are all real films.
The Fingered Frog. What are those other restaurants around there? I forgot about those.
We never really see them. I want to see this neighborhood here. Is
Yeah,
this, like,
where is this?
downtown?
Is this where DJ Spit?
This must be
God
right
bless
where,
him lives?
You're right. That must be where DJ Spit. It looks the same.
That's great.
So that's a little Easter egg for you attentive people.
What was the Easter egg?
He says there's grease all over the floor.
Oh
Now-
yes.
Yep.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
there's
Oh yeah, there absolutely
this
is.
is of course Perry Caravello.
Yeah, there's a character in there that we'll never see again. The straw.
There's several. We
Yeah.
don't see a lot of those little guys. Yeah, Perry here is infamous for the film Windy City Heat. A great movie. A lot of
If
people.
you haven't seen it, check it out. It's free
Check
on
it out.
YouTube, actually.
And the context of the movie is it's all real. He's not in on it. It's great film.
You drew that
He
shirt.
was also
that he's
in
wearing.
love with the one of the ladies on set. He was like, anytime a guy would give Perry a note, he would like ignore it a little bit, and then the woman would do it, and he'd be like, okay, and he would do
Yeah.
it. It's
He
amazing.
loves the female species.
And you know what? I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But these look delicious.
Dario Russo, our friend, edited that
Yes.
video. I think he put it on VHS for real too, to
Yeah.
give it that look. That wasn't After Effects.
Yeah, we just had a bunch of raw footage. You just gave it to him and said, make
Yeah.
something funny, and he.
He did that.
Did
Come
all
on,
that.
I'm from Italia joke. That was something Perry just said, not knowing he.
That was
it
So
was in
that's
it.
I think a few things in there just from him just talking kind of off to the off camera.
This is one of the 350 voices I do in this series.
I love Ketchup's voice. I think Ketchup's my favorite.
I want to see Ketchup, Grim, and
the little demon.
yeah, the demon all in one room together.
That's the series finale. They all conspire together.
Now, what are they? So we discussed before, if you're listening to the other commentaries, we said that in this universe there are critters, there are humans, there are mythical
I
creatures,
think this
and
guy's
demons.
miscellaneous.
What
'cause
is
these
this?
These are food
Yeah.
items. Because what is shrimp? He's not a critter, right?
I guess there's like animal hybrids
There's
too.
animals. There's like animal. This is sentient ketchup.
Which
though.
it made it confusing for Mr. Frog, but we discussed he's a demon. But what are these guys?
These are critters. Those
two are critter. That man,
Yeah.
that imprisoned critter is definitely
That
a
Tomar
critter.
police officer. That's a
Yep.
critter.
Joshua Tomar
Joshua
plays the
Tomar critter.
police officer. Very good. Very good friend. Great voice actor.
This is where we wanted to be when we were doing. By the time we got to this point,
I
in the
got a
show.
Thai massage once
it like
in
that?
Bangkok. It was one of the best experiences I've ever done. I don't know. It was the only massage I've ever done. I don't know why I do them like
Now, you
weekly.
realize
They're-
people are
they're
gonna make
so good.
dirty.
No. Very
dirty-
clean. Very nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing
Nasty happened. It was
no
all.
nasty deeds.
No.
There's also a whole character in this whole episode that got completely axed, not even for being controversial, but just for time, which was the Nugget.
Oh yes.
He made it all the way through the script, all the way through
Yeah.
the recording, all the way
Do
through
you
the
remember why
animatic.
we?
Yeah, Lyle was the Nugget.
And was it just? But he also played.
It was literally just time. We were like, this episode was like
Yeah, it was a timing
2
thing.
minutes
yeah.
over, and we just determined that the Nugget
forgot,
was too,
yeah.
he was too similar to the Cup. They were like pretty similar characters.
A lot of the times we were writing season 1, that was usually like a minute or two over. It was always heartbreaking to cut scenes, but in the end, I think it's always his shoe's always the best stuff in the end.
He was my
Now he's crying
It's
blood
ketchup.
there. Blood. It's not even ketchup. I think that's.
That is just blood. He's,
Yeah,
he's,
that's a condition.
he's very sick. He shouldn't be in the. He shouldn't be here. That's probably why he killed Simon as Salty.
What?
What? No,
That can't be true. He looks innocent to me.
I will say to you, these two here, the Salt and Pepper, were recognized by the United States government as the, as like icons. Did you know that?
I didn't. I heard something
Yep,
about
the
that.
UN did it too. But the America's more important than the UN, so we'd say that one first. This is the most disturbing part of the whole series, to be honest. Is that that guy?
I like the toothbrush there.
He's not. His body is a cup. That's just because I mean the two realities are either that guy's worn that costume so long that his body is turned into a cup, or that he was just born.
You drew a version where he doesn't have that cup
That
costume.
that was back there.
No dip.
Yeah.
where he's-
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So he is just the shape of the cup.
But my point is, do you think that's because he's wearing that cup costume song, or do you think that's just?
I think that's
skeleton?
just a coincidence.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah,
This was well, we can't even talk about it, can we?
we can't.
No.
That was the scene we kept getting stuck on because
That was the
animators kept getting busy.
Yeah.
They couldn't finish the scene.
And it all went very smoothly.
Yeah,
No problems.
Yeah, nothing happened, nothing changed. And if you listen to any other versions where we talk
Wrong.
about
It's
that,
lies.
Yeah.
From the haters.
the question is though.
Why is the line thickness so big here? Is it?
we,
Oh,
we,
it's because
we talked. Yeah, that was the only shot that made it there when we talked about.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You were gonna
No,
say
no, no,
something.
no. I was just gonna say the sexy mustard. Would you?
Would I what? I'm gonna be more
would
specific.
would you hold her hand and like and look
Would I
at-
caress her? Would I
you
hold her?
caress her
deep?
hand? Would you caress the top
I-
of her hand with the bottom of your thumb?
Would I let her?
And then look into her eye, and she looks at your eye, and she goes, "Oh," and she
I
looks
think
away.
I would. Yeah, I think she seems.
I'd give her a chance.
She seems like she'd be a
Bit of a heartbreak.
make a nice meal for you at home. Be a
Yeah,
nice
yeah, yeah, a little bit.
mother to your children.
Yeah, absolutely. She
Oh
make-
yeah, I did this nightmare.
Now, is this true? What they say here? You think they're lying?
I think that all happened.
I don't think they're even part of the Salties universe. I think they
No,
are
these.
just,
I think these are
These aliens.
their own creatures.
they're space aliens.
Salty must have some kind of cream or ointment around here.
Why would you have cream or ointment, Pim? You
Yeah, why?
dummy.
Why?
Why
Says
would you
who?
have cream or ointment specifically
logic-
from a
the logic
burn,
there
you
is- yeah.
dumbass?
Oh yeah, hopefully he's got this very specific medical treatment. Yeah.
Idiot. Have you
That-
seen this edit where they kiss?
I was just gonna ask you if you see the edit where they fucking kiss right there.
It's done really well.
And you know what? We should have put that in the episode. I saw that. I was like, that would have been what they should have done. They should have made out.
Also, do you remember when there was no chain on this? There was
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah.
an accident, just a naive, innocent accident. But I think the chain was forgotten in this scene, and it kind of defeated
Yeah,
the purpose.
we got to the very end of the whole fucking. We were like about to say, okay, the episode's done. And we realized, oh, there's no chain on his leg, which defeats the whole point. The whole point of the scene is that he's. I mean, really though, even if you look at it, it's kind of stupid because he could just slip out of that
Yeah.
chain. It's just
He's got a thin
there's
leg.
no foot. It's just a little nub.
That spider web on the right is really bright white. That should probably
That's
be
really
like
that's,
gray or something.
to be honest, Michael, I wasn't even listening to the show or you. I was looking at that spider web.
I guess you could make an argument that the light is hitting it,
It's
so it's
making it bright.
reflecting
Well, let's
it.
see.
but
Let's see if the light goes off of it and if it stays like that.
I don't want to look at it anymore, to be honest.
And people, if you're looking at the show, you're going, I'm not looking at the spider web. You're doing it wrong. You're not watching the
No.
show right.
We've got a whole other
You should be
commentary on the
nitpicking.
spider
He just
web.
flipped. He flipped
too.
there. He flipped there, so the shot would be easier to do.
Would you ever have a century egg? Would you ever?
No,
one
I'm
of those?
disgusted by them.
Because they really are buried in the ground, right? That's
Yeah,
the-
they're buried in the earth. I mean, I'd eat one that's not like 100 days old. I also, do those get you like sick? Does that make your belly ache or something? If you eat that?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
This was also kind of an effort too, figuring out the
Yeah, the logic of this.
logic of him laying on the couch versus the real couch we shot on, translating that to the angle, because obviously we didn't shoot that high up in the real room.
Yeah.
When we were writing this, we figure out what's something no one's ever done, which is a murder mystery where they all did it, and we looked it up, and I think it had been done about several other times. It wasn't a lot. We
were so proud of
we were like,
ourselves.
oh, you know what?
Oh,
What is a murder
no one's
mystery
ever thought about
where
this
No one does
before.
it. It was like Knives Out, and
Yep.
then also Trained or whatever. We're like, fuck. So then we watched it. We're like, we did it in a way. We
It's
did
the
it.
first cartoon
We
version.
did it better.
Surely.
Yeah. This is the first
This
comedy.
is at least the 8th or 9th cartoon version
and
of
also, we did it better because none of them did it. It was the Grease that did it.
this. No one did the grease on the ground.
Yeah. No. Who
Except
did
probably
Chris
like
Chan
6 other
Well, you
movies
probably
from,
can't say
from the
his
80s.
name.
Yeah.
Who did the grease on the ground? No, but who did the Southern Grease puddle? That's just a Southern Grease puddle. Who did that?
Who did the boys? Our good friend Harry Partridge.
But
did
I'm
it.
saying, what murder mystery did that?
Oh, I
is
see
I'm
what you're saying.
You
Yes,
see
I
what
see what
I'm
you're
saying?
saying. I think a movie in
He's
1983.
as big as the door right there, Michael. What do you think they did right after this? You think they went home?
I
or
think
you
they kissed.
You think they kissed?
yeah.
Like in the...
in the chaos though, just had a little.
Yeah,
little
just like
kissy.
the stress, just
little-
quick stress reliever.
just a little
like,
quick, little pick.
okay, I needed that. Okay, I feel better. I feel better now. Yeah. I feel better now. Ooh, I needed that. I want to play. We've said it so many times while making.
Play this
but I
game?
want to play that real game. It wouldn't be
Adult
that hard
Swim,
to make. would it?
hello. Are you listening? I'm actually interested. What is Pim doing here on the laptop? We see it for a second.
It looked like he was somebody. I think somebody asked you one time, "Is he on Reddit?"
Yeah, and I said something like, "I
don't know
don't use
what
that."
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is he on Reddit? I don't know. I guess
Maybe
he'd go on
Pim
Reddit.
seems like a character that would.
We
do
try to
something like
avoid, the Reddit thing with these characters, but
that. He's a Reddit head, I think, or at least a
he would
forum
he
head.
would look at it, browse it, I guess. But I think Charlie you'd say something about it. He'd bring it up. He probably brought it up on the way there.
Yeah, like these strange characters. The alien shouldn't be there though.
Well, that
Completely
stands
different.
out. That just doesn't make sense inside of an Enchanted.
I guess that's another race too. We've got alien as well. With all the
Now, would that
nonsense
be
we're
would that
talking.
be in the fourth category too?
I guess so. Alien critter maybe.
What? That's not anything.
I think I drew that as like a rough thumb for the storyboard, and then it just got traced.
Yeah,
in the
I think we should trace over that exactly. Don't deviate at all from that.
Mwah.
Now Pim's dad there people have brought up he does look a little bit like an inspiration of Peter Griffin or like Hank Hill.
Really? Have people said that?
People have said he looks like, and I guess that's kind of maybe a little bit intentional.
I
He
don't
looks like a
see that.
'90s dad is the point.
Yeah.
He looks like how a dad in 19. Have we established how old Pim is? Have we said that?
He's like 33, isn't he?
He's like in his early 30s. Yeah.
Glip's like in
like-
thousands.
Yeah, thousands.
Charlie's 26 or 27 or 28 or something.
Yeah, 20. They're probably 27.
Alan's like 24?
He's like 47.
Yeah, 47,
Yeah, he's already-
83, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Charlie's wobbly mouth lip sync.
That was
there.
also really last minute. That wobbly mouth. That was like a really late addition.
Look at all that stuff on the shelf there. What is it? The witch has another like critter like the boss has, like a little Jason.
Oh yeah, little
jar.
amoeba or whatever. Not amoeba, but a homunculus.
Now we should talk about this MIP animation.
Yeah, this is
Harry
yeah.
Partridge, the
It
great
was all Harry Partridge.
Harry Partridge and his team. They did a fantastic job emulating the Ralph Bashki.
It can't be
style.
understated how crazy it is that he was able to get this done at the time and the budget he was. But
Yep.
if he didn't do it and if he wasn't able to make it look like this, I don't think the episode would have worked.
No, it's
fact
so
that-
good.
The fact that it looks so true to the Ralph Bakshi stuff, I think is what makes it work.
Hands, so good. The witch has a picture of herself.
Yeah, that's just for motivation. I don't know these things.
Stress drawings. I wanted to do more. I remember we were on a deadline. I felt actually embarrassed turning that in because it wasn't enough.
What the
I think we both
Well,
imagined.
no, because one of the guys disappears. We gotta run.
Yeah, I know, but I still felt like, even to you, I was expecting to be like, is that it? Because it kind of was a bit lazy.
I mean, if there was too many things going right there, it might be chaos.
Yeah.
But
like the guy disappearing was
the guy
just a
disappearing,
so...
that makes sense now in context. I was just like, whatever, he's magical.
That
but
was just being...
you just wanted that thing
I
to...
just want to do something in 1 minute.
Oh, that liquid. I think that was also done by the person that did the water again, Jen.
What is that? What do you think that is? Because later we see
That's like a rat poison, I think.
Yeah,
It's just,
that's
I
a
don't think it's
mixture
really
of
magic. I think it's just like a rat.
rat poison, terps, just
The slight,
stuff from
small amounts of DMT and acid.
poison from the kitchen.
Yeah.
I remember I drew that a lot. That was like one of the first designs. I did about 3.5 designs for this whole season. And I think that was.
Well, that
one of
tree, I
them.
mean, that makes up for all of it. I love that guy. Because that feels like a real living tree. He's locked in
Yeah.
anguish.
He doesn't look happy either.
We should also talk about how I love the background colors for this. Z-Doc's Greg Bartlett, that's his alias, Z-Doc's, did a lot of the key backgrounds for the show, and this was one of them. Not this specific background, but just the Enchanted Forest one. I love the colors,
Yeah.
all the...
This so good.
Do you remember the fucking problem we had with the very, very, very far background being a different... Like one of these versions, it was like green, but other
Yeah.
ones it was pink or something?
Yeah. I've got all that trauma locked away. Also, Rick Sweden did a lot of the backgrounds here from
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah.
I sung. Oh yeah, I improvised this song. I just sung.
Yeah, I love this. This is also really
No
true
lyrics
to-
were written. I just kind of turned on. I did this as a temp version. And we're just like, let's just keep it. And then Brendan Caulfield did the music behind it.
Well, it's great because it's really it's true to those little corny. I love them with the Ralph Bakshi movies. They always have those little songs in them.
Yeah.
What do you think the war that they had was about? You think that was like
Oh, it was like
Was
some,
that, like, racial in
some
nature, or
I
was
think it was like
religious?
I think it was
territory?
racial. I think it was all that.
I think it was everything.
and a lot of corrupt
A
crap
lot
going
of,
on.
and a lot of corruption at the bottom
Yeah.
of it. At the bottom of it.
Harry even animated Mip walking up there. He didn't have to do that, but he
No.
did it. Or his team did it. We love them too. They're great. This is a nice moment. This is
We should have explored this. I mean, what do you think, Michael? Season 2, we ditch Pim.
and just
These
see
two,
what
just Mip. Mip is the
because
one.
what was going on here was Charlie really Is Charlie really gonna do something?
I
with
don't
it?
know. I hope not. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
hope
I mean,
not.
I think it's nice. I think it's beautiful if they did
it would be
something.
good. You know, you're right. No, I think I think he's more kind of infatuated with like the power of it. It's like how the ancient Romans, or like Roy Cohn. You know, it's like he's doing it more for like
He's curious.
He's just it's the power. It's the high of like man, look at all the shit I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I think there there could have been a little bit of
The chemistry there.
chemistry, curiosity there.
Seems different.
Something's
What's
happening.
going on?
I can't put my finger out, but he looks a little bit different here.
Should have made his teeth dirtier there. That's alright.
Yeah, he should have bitten into a fish. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's also directly traced from the boards. That weird pin right there that we just saw from the that one.
Yeah, I love that one.
That was done by Jacob. His name in last year. The great board artist who did this episode, and he also did Shrimp.
Oh,
Oh,
it's foul.
that's something. That's something.
His eye is already bursted. Got a bursted blood vessel there.
I mean, I think he really landed directly on every part that should be landed. Like that's probably.
He had a bad artery there.
Yeah, he had
vital
all
artery.
his wires were going right through that area. They got fucking pierced. This is actually sad.
It is.
Go into the
Just try to relax.
Talk about Justin Noel here.
That
the animation for this.
melting animation. Yeah, Justin Noel. No.
No.
I always fucking forget.
Email us. Tell us
Hey,
the
Justin,
right
I
version.
saw you a few days ago.
I got stuck.
I know you well.
Did you? You saw Justin?
I did. Yeah, for St. Patrick's Day, which kind of put maybe that dates when this is. Anyhow.
And you still don't know how to say his last
No,
name?
I should ask him sometime. How do I say his last name? But anyways, he fucking did that shit, and this shit was done by somebody else, and
Somebody else that we don't know their
some
last
other
name.
fucking guy that I forget his name. I met him. I met his family. I met his
And
wife.
the
I met his
princess
kids.
design is something we're always happy with, and that's all we'll say about that.
Yeah, nothing changed there.
That's great.
That was all. Also Erica Lindbeck.
Yes.
Millions of voices.
Our go-to female voice. She's great.
And of course Monica Franco, but
Yep.
I mean, just incredible talent. Mm-hmm. The bomb right there is based off of our imagination and no real bombs.
Yep.
Nobody who ever wrote a book or a manifesto.
No, that's just from our creative First Amendment brain.
Yep.
Brains.
And we do have opinions on the Industrial Revolution, but we're not going to get into them here.
Thank God.
Oh.
Look at that. She smiled. Right? We technically made you smile.
Yeah.
No, technically made you smile. Shut the fuck up.
These aren't voice actors. They're just the creators that wanted to be voice actors.
Yeah, wow. Oh, hey, I have an idea for a cartoon. It's called You Do Your Own Voice. Great fucking idea. So this episode, we're not going to make any jokes.
No.
We're just going to... I mean, with the theme of we're going to talk about our deep traumas. This is a little bit like therapy. We always said the best form of therapy is cartoons. If you have a deep psychological issue, just watch a cartoon. If you want to snap and like
Who's the Renaissance?
get on the news, just watch a cartoon. Now this conversation here that these little cartoons are having, this was recorded. This was originally about. We didn't know how to get rid of the Frowning Friends at the very end, so we said we have to set up something at the beginning. This was originally, I think the idea was a satellite comes down. We're talking about a satellite falling from space. And we said, is that too... Are people going to be waiting for a satellite to fall and smash something?
Yeah. And I think we're up at about 3 a.m. very late one night talking about how to rewrite that, and I'm pretty sure you just said, what about the Renaissance man? And I didn't know what you're talking
And
about.
you legitimately said, what are you talking
and
about?
I still don't know what you're talking about. And
I don't know what I meant either. And then we kind of dissected it. And then we said, wait, we're picturing the same thing, right? And we both said, well, that's not Renaissance, so that's...
Yeah. Well, I said that's not Renaissance.
Yeah. You said it's not Renaissance, and then I said that's not Renaissance, and then...
And then we just recorded it.
And that's how it happened. So that's, if you're ever wondering, in 500 years, if the aliens are wondering how that iconic fucking thing... Now this game here that the boss is playing...
Do you think he just bought that and put that in that day?
I think the boss does impulse buys. Yeah, I think he like saw an arcade or was near one. He was like he saw like a round one or like some. It's probably too California. Some arcade, and then he was like, I want to get that. That's what. And he got it airlifted to his place. So I think that's what.
Yeah. Why has he got a red cheek? Oh yeah, because he's been dancing.
He's sweat. He should have some like sweat beads on him there.
Great. Well, then there's no time.
He doesn't.
Someone's gonna get fired now.
The boss is an interesting character. He's probably my favorite next to Mr. Frog.
I think he's my favorite too.
He can just do anything. He really represents our.
He's
Zack
everything
and I's-
horrible, everything crazy, everything scary and bad about us, and just people in general. Kind
Yeah,
of
and our impulsive behavior and what would want to do for mega rich.
But there's also a side of him that's like he's tender. He's got like
Yeah.
a heart. He's just unpredictable. You
Yeah.
don't know. Now this character,
Is problematic, but
this
that's
guy's
alright.
got to be, put a big black square over this guy. Put a big no smoking sign over this guy. Now this guy's also got a crucifix. Is that saying so? Is it?
I think that is Charlie's crucifix. I think he did like a pickpocket trick.
You think they left the window of the Smiley Friends car unrolled? They like grabbed it off.
I think
off
Charlie's
the-
thinking about this whole scene. He's going, is that my
he's looking at it going-
crucifix?
I think Rife does he would do that. By the way, I think that was mine. I can't accuse him of. I can't like say anything because I'll sound crazy.
That's what he's thinking right here. He's staring
Yeah,
at it.
yeah. He's going. Fuck. Should I say something? No, I'll
He
sound
can't,
crazy.
no, because it'll just be awkward.
He's going. I can't prove it.
No, and now he's just forgetting about it because it's changing the subject.
Yeah,
It's getting
and also
strange.
there's other shit. There's bigger fish to fry.
Yeah,
than
but
he's
his mind's wandering back to it though, for sure.
He's looking right at it right now. He's staring at it, dude.
He should get that back though. That's his property.
He's thinking at this point he's not. Even
He's
thinking
probably
about
not
it.
thinking about it now. He's definitely got bigger.
Now he's thinking.
bigger
I mean,
things.
even right here where he goes for the gun, he could be going for the crucifix too.
He could think, yeah, kill two birds with one
He's going, I'll
stone.
grab it while he's not looking. While I have him distracted.
Well, the shape of my head causes me
Lyle,
mental anguish.
wonderful, wonderful voice here.
This guy is based off an old drawing of Pim getting his teeth cleaned.
Yes,
This
that's
guy-
right.
This guy was a dentist. And,
was
and I think in the reality, this guy could still be a dentist because he's a giant tooth.
Zach did a drawing of Pim on a dentist chair with this guy just doing work on his
Spraying
teeth.
his
Yeah.
teeth. And Pim's mouth is really weird. Like
Yeah.
his teeth are coming out. I feel like we should see. That was something that happened. That joke came out right there.
That was stress too. That was stress writing when we.
That was stress. We were also doing the audio. We said, what if we just use the... Oh, that's an amazing story. I'm glad I just told that. We fucking thought of that in the audio. Great story. But,
People want to hear that.
yeah, well, now you know. But I was going to say, yeah, maybe the dentist guy, we can have him come back. That guy's got to... That guy's got to have his own episode.
What's got you upset?
Well, we learn later he's a racist too.
Well, that's why he's got to come back. We got to redeem him. We got to, like... He's
Sure,
got to say
sure,
something. He's got to
yes.
say, man, like, since I got that brain tumor removed, my behavior...
We have to correct him.
My
Yeah.
behavior is normal again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now this again back to the very interesting topic about critters, humans, so forth, so forth. This is yet another
3D.
species, 3D creatures.
3D creatures are their own...
Their own people with their own cultures and beliefs.
Their own laws,
Yep.
traditions, taboos.
Yep.
3D squatters are a very similar color to Grim.
I want to see them next to each other again. What is the same purple?
It's not even shocking.
Oh yeah.
It's not
They're
even.
kind of the same as Pimp. We
You know,
should
it's-
have
yeah,
actually
yeah,
made
yeah.
him different from both of them, really.
You should be like green or something.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Yep.
No, it's a great. By the way, that was 3D modeled by Ash Dickens, who did.
Yes.
Who took my genuinely like shitty drawing and like made that way funnier by it. I was imagining it way flatter looking than that.
I did a helicopter sound under that, something like.
Yeah. Now this is we got the real Warren Buffett. Can we say that?
This is Chris O'Neill doing the voice of this, according to many YouTube
according
videos.
according to some YouTube videos, Chris O'Neill, that little yellow guy,
Yeah.
that's Ego Raptor.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. All these great voice sections we got. Forgot about it.
That's the real Ronald Reagan. He recorded that in 1999.
Yeah.
Hello.
What a great
Little Borat not there for
Yeah.
you guys.
Still funny.
Yeah, still funny. Saying not after something is still genuinely the biggest like rug pull you can do to somebody.
Yeah.
I just realized Alan on the HBO Max thumbnails has one L in his name. For the
Yeah,
script-
that's something we should just reveal that right now. So in the scripts, you're hearing it here first, folks.
Say it.
It's a double L-A-N. Alan,
L's.
two L's. When we write Alan in the scripts, at
And I don't
least.
know when we say Alan, we think of two L's.
But here's the thing: everyone thinks it's one L. It's on here as one L. We might be the ones that are
Are
wrong.
we wrong? Is one L more common? Do we just fuck that up from the get-go?
Probably. I mean, no one is. I've never seen someone write it with two L's.
Maybe we just fucked that up.
But we write it for the scripts. But yeah.
By the way, this whole part, this is Green Goblin here. This is from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. The Green Goblin going crazy. But also, apparently, this could be complete Russian disinformation or Chinese propaganda bot shit. But apparently, the Spanish dub of the boss is also the Spanish
Yep.
dub of the Green Goblin in the Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
Which is
Now, do you think that's a coincidence, or was that planned?
If that was a coincidence, that's an amazing coincidence. If it's not, that's genius.
Then it's a legal-
I'm glad.
legal
yeah.
issue.
Then someone's getting sued, and it's not us.
There's a toilet in the background. I've never seen there on the background.
A toilet?
Yeah, there's a toilet picture. Because it's a toilet.
Yeah, the toilet emporium.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should go into there at some point.
Yeah, they've got smokestacks there. What for? I
What are they
ask.
making? It's probably just like
It's just false, just fake.
they're probably just doing it for fun to make people sadder because they're polluting the atmosphere.
Did we put a blibbly in the background here?
Yeah, I think it's a closer. It's one of the. It's a later shot. I know what you're talking
Really?
about.
Now witness witness the brutal cruelties of reality.
This footage,
Yep.
for some reason, took us about 3 weeks to decide what to put there.
Because what is the worst thing that you can actually show?
Of course, the USSR.
What's worse than Stalin?
I animated those extras in the background.
All those little guys right there. That's all. That's Michael.
There's Alan there for some reason. Did you see
Alan
that?
was there?
I just saw it then. It's like a character that looks exactly like Alan. That goes against the Matt Groening rule of don't make characters in
We
the
do the
background.
opposite. We take every rule in cartoons that you're not supposed to do. We break it.
We make our background characters
The
look
famous one from
exactly
The
the same
Simpsons.
as the main ones.
Yeah, don't make anyone look like Homer or Bart.
Yeah,
every character.
we say stuff that.
Yeah.
Let's break the rules. He's got a gold tooth too.
I think he loves gold. I think his
He should drink more water. That urine is way too orange.
that's really yellow.
3D Squelton can't even stand.
No, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Yep.
The last remaining Blibbly.
Kinda cringe. Every time I hear that line, I think of the longer one that we cut out for time.
Yeah,
where it says,
me too.
It says a whole paragraph right there.
Remember when you were going to do the voice of Grim and I was going to do the voice of Gnarly?
Yeah, originally it was the same. I mean, we both have versions of that voice, so it's just me doing that and you doing that impression of that guy. This is a beautiful. And we flipped
Do you remember
it.
why we changed that? Can't remember.
I think
now.
I just liked your Grim more than mine. I think mine sounded like another character or something.
Was a Renaissance man?
There were they were. Welcome one, welcome all to the final episode of the season. It's not the last of the commentary that you're gonna hear, but the last episode of season 1, the Christmas one. And Michael, would you say the one with the most factoids behind it? Would you kind of say that? Like, this has a lot of factoids behind it, this episode.
That is.
Yeah, I'd say this has got a lot of packed with factoids.
Well, for example, there's Rust, the video game Rust, which we actually got. That's you playing,
That's me
Michael.
playing Rust.
That's you playing as Charlie.
I was just playing it for fun. I just want to get away from work, chop some trees down for a while.
Yep, and they were nice enough to let you chop some trees down and put it in a cartoon.
The boss is quite he's ripped. He's ripped. He's in shape.
He does a lot of P90X, if we can say that. If we can say P90X, I think he does
yeah,
P90X.
you can say that.
Do you remember P90X?
Isn't that workout
DVD
routine?
set, yep.
Now they're walking in the snow. Lovely, 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 lovely.
And they're actually making footprints there, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think that, we talked a lot about that, and I think...
We fought hard on that.
We fought hard. I can't remember who ended up doing that, but...
Someone lost their job.
Yeah,
Not
so-
really. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
It's
I
not
swear
a
to
joke.
God.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Background looks nice. Cozy.
It was very. You can see the stars. You can. No, the clouds moving there. I don't see. I don't know. If the
Probably
clouds-
not. I think that might be a stylistic decision because the camera's moving.
Yeah,
Perhaps
maybe it looks too crazy.
It's another factoid you're gonna hear in this commentary.
Yeah, there you go. Now this argument here.
Improvised argument.
Improvised argument. I think we did a few. We did a couple.
We should say too that season 1 was made during the COVID-19 pandemic during 2020 to 2021.
Yeah, the pilot. What's weird too is the pilot was made. We finished it like in the fall of 2019.
Yeah.
2019. I think it released. It released at the beginning of the pandemic, but then, the whole show.
Was so that means it was made remotely. So Zach and I didn't see each other for about 2 years. So any improv moment like that was done over the internet. We
Over
just
Skype or Discord or whatever.
Whoa.
His eye come out.
So this footage was chosen in there's a method to the madness here. That's Mike Stacklasa. It's James Rolfe upside down, but it was kind of like
there was a lot of like weird like planning on the kind of not the optics, but the specifics and like the ins and outs of what would you see, what represents an order.
it's kind of like the birth till death of the universe, or
It's everything. It's all of it. Yeah, the birth of the universe, a little plant growing, information.
Yep. Some trippy crap.
Now the sick part is, I think that toilet likes it. I think that's the worst part about that.
He likes also the sheet being put over him. He just likes some.
He does this for
bizarre
everyone.
crap.
This is like a recurring like bit
Now,
that they
did
do.
Charlie really believe that sheet was
He would have
fire and
noticed
hell?
that instantly, the same way he noticed the necklace in the last one. He would have.
I don't think that's fooling anybody.
No.
Even Charlie.
No. It might fool some people, but probably not people that could really put two and two together.
No.
Just get out of here. Get out of here.
I really cried for this. I thought about some sad stuff.
Yeah, this one we had to stop the whole
No.
thing because of that part.
That was emotional
What
for
do you think
everybody.
those two guys are talking about right there?
Just taxes, just local events,
Yeah.
the war.
The war. They're probably mostly about the war. The rations.
Yeah.
The bread lines. So you think Charlie? He knew his grandmother in life, right? In other words, he saw.
Surely. I think he saw her like once a year.
Do you think she died recently, or this is like she's been here for a while?
I don't know. Probably a few years.
A good number of years.
What I want to know is why aren't there any other people in hell?
Why is it only his? Why is hell? Why is there one person in hell?
Because I know it's frozen over, but That doesn't explain why there's not other characters in here.
I think it does because you'd have to draw all the other characters in.
Sure. They're
And
just over the hill somewhere where you can't see them.
Well, we did. Yeah. All the expensive-looking characters. That's a bunch of people down there. That's not just goo. People, if you don't know.
True. Yeah, that's all the souls being tortured.
Which, by the way, is very well animated. But just so you guys know, that's where the people were right there. That snake also took. Well, we didn't have to do it, but somebody else had to do it. But
They did a great job. Now, all the creatures in hell, do you think are they creatures that have been doomed to hell because they did something bad, or were they just summoned in hell?
I think there's some hell bliblies. Those
Were they the
probably
bliblies that died?
The Desmond fucking massacred. No, I think that hell is just hell is whatever we.
So the creatures have just been summoned.
Whatever
right?
the animals we want to.
I guess it doesn't really matter, and I guess no one would care about that.
No. Well, the real question is, what do all these guys look like when it's hot, when it's warm?
Sure. That was great animation there of the demon falling down.
Yeah. Now that was done by Mike Lazo. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was his final
animation job.
animation he ever did.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of anything to say.
Nah, there's no pressure, man. It's all good. You didn't have to.
Remember we changed the line on that?
What was that originally?
It was
the Simpsons thing. There's a
he
Simpsons.
says
the Simpsons. He says, "Don't forget, you're here forever." And Charlie
says that you stole that from the Simpsons. I literally just watched that episode last night. We changed that ourselves. It was our decision. No one told us to do that. Genuinely.
We just said, well, because how many people will get the reference of what he's quoting, which is the Mr. Burns poster thing to Homer, but we were just like, it might not really click. What we have there, I think, is great. But yeah, what could have been, that made it there pretty far into it, the Simpsons line.
He's playing Rust too.
He's on Discord also, he's a moderator.
Yeah.
The devil is a Discord moderator.
Is he talking to other people from hell, or does he have contact to the...
No, those are just guys from like Mexico and like the Philippines and shit that he talks to. He plays CSGO with.
Zach was very specific about having that heater at his feet turning.
Yeah, it has to be an oscillating heater because those are the coziest ones. Those are like the ones where if you have an oscillating heater by your feet or a little blanket, you're never gonna move. You don't need to move. And his office here was kind of, based off of a little bit of ours.
What our situation was at the time while making the show. Yeah,
maybe a little bit. Now, what's this guy, Michael?
I don't know. This character snuck in by someone unknown.
That's not.
And I've got a problem with it for many reasons.
I would say we should take him out. We should again.
It's just like not
just
funny.
Wrong.
It's just stupid.
No, but it's just wrong.
What's wrong? It's just there's nothing. It's just like.
What's funny about that?
I don't understand the joke of that. It's
is
just dumb.
That even a joke?
No, it's offensive to be honest.
Just what I wanted.
I like how he just like pinches the hamburger there and it opens. That's a yummy hamburger.
Look at the juicy tomato on that. Who is Charlie to fucking tell this guy he'd help you? This guy's ripped. No.
Yeah, true. Doesn't matter if he's eating
episode
hamburgers.
Makes no fucking sense. No. Well, Charlie has him over because he vaped red smoke.
Those tissues on the ground have stains on them that look suspicious.
I hope that's a stain from the ketchup on it from the hamburger.
Oh, it is.
Were those guys? So are those guys in his room, like watching him?
No, just watching the whole time on the side.
They're
just waiting. Like, do we go now? No. Just wait a second. Just wait. He hasn't said the line.
Trust me.
It's soon.
When he hits the table and the room goes red, then we go.
Then we run out.
When the room goes red, that's when we go.
And the Bliblies were waiting, I guess, too.
Yeah. Checking their phones. Watching their stocks fall.
Yeah, I love that Blibly on the right there.
Just looking at him talk. I think that was also from the boards. We said, please make sure that acting stays in.
Deal's a deal.
Here is the late
great Gilbert Gottfried. Now we were like, oh, cool, this is his last role, and then like about 50 other projects.
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried apparently did about 70 voice roles a year. So we thought we claimed that great trivia, but apparently not. And that's
we were the last
awesome.
role that Gilbert Gottfried had where he played God and he throws the yellow guy. We're the last cartoon where he throws the yellow guy and he plays God.
Other than I think he plays God in about 3 more shows that are coming up. Still,
yeah, and he does I think he throws a yellowish guy or whatever. So we're fucked. Or we're done.
He was good. We already talked about working with him on a YouTube panel on Adult Swim. You can go. There's YouTube out there.
Click around.
Cool little story.
There's Dave from Dave.
Yeah, Dave's there. Like, it really prominent in the screen too. I guess he knew the boss.
Did he?
Sorry, not the boss, Charlie.
He might have known the boss. I feel like because he owns. I think you know the boss. That's another Justin Noel.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's.
And Charlie's
awesome.
cock. Can we say cock? Can we say Charlie's cock?
Charlie's bits.
Charlie's Pieces. That's blurred twice because what happened was,
The first blur, you could just see it.
it's blurred. It was originally blurred with pixel stuff because we did draw his penis.
You
and
drew his real bits
I drew
there.
Charlie's real penis and his real testicles, but they're not detailed, but they're there, and we blurred it with a pixel thing.
And it didn't work.
And it did,
You
you
could
could just
see it
see
clearly,
the, you could just see
clear
it
as
in the
day.
outline again, but it was pixelated, so they did a second blur over it, which is why that's so strange looking.
We should we talk
picture?
briefly about the picture? Because
Yeah.
as we said before, Glep's wife is named Marge Simpson, no relation to the Simpsons character, but we pass that on to the person that drew it, and they drew in the real.
They drew
well, not
Marge
the real,
Simpson from-
Marge Simpson from the Simpsons, and
And
we said no, absolutely.
And
not.
they said, well, you said Marge Simpson. We said, yeah, I guess we did.
Honestly,
sorry.
a very, very
It was an honest
naive,
mistake.
honest mistake. And we're the dummies. We're the idiots.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Here we are. It's Brazil.
Brazil.
Yep.
You all thought that we were gone because of the Christmas episode, but
We
actually
faked it out. It was a fake out.
It was a fake out, and you fell for it. And actually, I love that boy kicking the ball. By the way, we actually met that boy and cast him for that role. Can you talk
Yeah,
about
and
that?
I think he was already a Smiling Friends fan because he'd seen the pilot. And well, that was the actual one that we said no to because we didn't want a fan. So
He was
we went
too
to the
clingy.
second
He was
guy.
too into
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
So
the
he was
other
like,
one.
but we just said because that video of kicking the ball, that's real. That's real time. There's also before
About 67 takes of that or something. It was nearly 100.
he hurt his leg real bad, and one of them
Yeah.
snapped into a few pieces. As you can see, this background. I think we've passed a few already, but this background's full. This episode's full of background.
Lots of goodies. Lots of goodie extras that Zach and I drew.
Oh yeah,
Zach drew most of them. I drew some that walk
many
off
extras. Michael and I drew, and there's also some other little goodies here and there. I mean, especially right here. This is really the.
There's Mr. Frog playing football in the background with the bug. If you watch closely.
Soccer, if you're in America, but football
yeah.
for the rest of the
Yes.
planet.
Yep. And Australia, actually. They say soccer in Australia. I don't
Really?
know why I'm
I mean, we
changing.
could get into a whole thing about
Oh, yeah, I
football
know.
versus soccer.
Which we will.
Which we're going to,
Right
which
now.
is going to be the rest of the episode. So I'm on the team
Why would I joke?
of. I don't know.
Manchester.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're good.
yeah.
They're good.
Let's get out of the way.
Now these extras, do you think we'll see these guys?
That was a joke. That woman that goes that was a joke I put in the storyboard, expecting it to be removed. Sometimes when you draw this stuff, you kind of get into a mood where it's like, fuck, you just
Whatever,
put
yeah.
stuff where it's like, I know this is gonna be cut, but it remained till the end.
And she does a banjo kazooie witch noise.
Yeah. There's also a character that looks like something from a Fox show that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
But that's a coincidence.
That's a coincidence, and we own that character. We got ripped off, baby.
Yeah. Wait. Oh my gosh! I never noticed those characters under Alan right there. What are those things?
Oh yeah, there's a whole situation where the one guy pokes the guy, he pukes.
Are they bliblies? Like
They're little.
Blibbly
I don't know.
adjacent?
I think they're the children of some other guy in the background. There's
Got
a
it.
whole. There's a whole adventure happening back there.
There's also a character. I love my favorite one of those is this is, by the way, this is Monica Franco playing this
The waitress.
lovely character here.
Yep.
I like just going back a bit to the character drawing. Zach, you did that. I love that character. It's probably my favorite one that you've done.
Which one would that be?
The one he's the one who's grabbing the pen. He's drawing on the paper.
Oh, the guy who's scribbling in rage.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I think some of my favorite extras are like that guy you drew, Michael. I love that guy. That's who I was just
yeah,
gonna point
that guy.
out. There's another guy with a mustache that walks by later that I like.
I can't remember if I thought it was a mustache or a mouth. There was like a.
That was a whole conundrum because you drew a kind of a black shape and somebody didn't know. I think that was a mouth and it became a mustache, right?
worked out in the end.
It worked out, yeah.
It's like
That guy
thing.
right there, right
I
there.
think I intended that black bit to his mouth open, but then it turned into a mustache, which is better, really.
Well, because we don't really have any mustache characters. Those are
Well, now there are.
now
in
it is
Brazil.
because of a little fucking mistake. You see how that happens,
Yeah.
people?
The wonders of setting your episode in
Little
Brazil.
lesson of life.
Anything can happen in Brazil and Smiling Friends.
Especially in Brazil.
Yeah.
He just, also Pim says his last name there. He says Pimling.
Pimling, which is now on the official records
If you go
on
on
the
the wiki,
Wikipedia.
if you go on the wiki, it's there.
If I can like book
Which begs the question:
or four.
what are the other characters' names? Oh, well, we've got Charlie Dompler. What is Alan? Alan's last name. Have
We talked about it
that?
recently. Do you remember what it was?
I actually don't.
It was Red. His last name
Oh
was Red.
yeah, Alan Red. We haven't. Glep we did like ages ago.
I think
talk about
Glep. I
it
think
last
Glep. We were also just saying that could just be his only name, right?
time. Yeah, we talked about a weird one, but I think we just decided.
I'm sure there's a Google Doc
Yeah.
from 2018 with him is that
Mark M. as Brazilian man.
Mark was born to play this role. I think
Yeah, he fought to play this.
he fought.
We've
fought.
said no. We're gonna give it to a
We,
real
and by the way,
Brazilian
we
man.
gave him a hard no.
Yeah.
He called us on FaceTime crying. He said, look how sad I am, look how sad I am.
And we had to give it. He just did that puppy dog face that he does that we love. That makes us just how hearts
it makes
just
us go
melt.
gaga, and he knows it too. He knows it pushes our buttons. So he did the face. We went gaga. He closes the phone. We go, all right, I guess we got to give him the bit, and then we give him the bit. And
I mean, how can you say no to that?
How can you say no to
If
that?
you heard it yourself, you couldn't say no. I don't care how hardened you are. How
I don't care what he's
chiseled
asking you
are.
for either. He could ask you to drive off a cliff, and when he does that face, when he does that voice, you do it. He says jump, you say how high.
There's bad stuff that happens in Brazil too.
Exactly. I've seen a lot. I've seen the.
Charlie's hat
Charlie's
there, yeah.
seen Live Leak videos. Actually, Live Leak is dead. It's not even on a website anymore.
No, now it's a whole other thing that we can't mention.
And people have pointed out, it's a little ways off. People have pointed out that they order fries and they don't pay for anything. How do you feel about that, Michael? Do you think these characters ditched and just like and like? Because I think if they did, they would have that bankrupts this airport.
I feel like Pim probably remembered like 2 minutes after the episode ends and just goes, "Oh my gosh!"
He runs back.
Oh my god, we didn't pay for that stuff.
Yep.
And then he ran back.
And
he
but I
paid.
think Charlie grabs him by the shirt and goes, "Pim,
we could get away
Pim,
with it.
I know we didn't. That was on purpose, Pim. Keep moving,
I don't know if I've got the moral spirit in me to do that. I think I've got to go back and pay.
Pim." And then that's what happened. He said, "He says, Pim, I like." And then Alan grabs the other and goes, "Alan, I mean."
He says, "Shut up, Pim,
Shut
or I'll
up, Pim."
eat you. I will put you in my mouth. I'll chew
And
you
he
up."
takes a little dagger and
Pim says, "This is not the Ellen I know, Ellen."
cuts a big fucking carves a big piece of Pim out like
Pim
a
runs
pumpkin
for
pie.
Pim runs in the most animated run cycle ever
Because
towards the
at
exit.
that point he knows he's dying.
Yeah.
At that point it's fight or flight. It's not even like
Charlie says, "Seize him!"
grab him, and the
people
whole
come out
airport
of-
turns on Pim.
There's a big, massive chase scene where Pim's running through Brazil.
And all Brazil is chasing. That was the original episode we're gonna do. Is all Brazil chases Pim through the fucking streets, and then he meets the soccer ball boy who saves him. That's like the episode.
we boarded like 80% of it. We might finish it one day.
Yeah. Well, the problem is it was so big budget, we blew all the money, and then we just had to fall back on this shit where they talk.
But it was better. It was a better episode than this
We
one.
didn't want to do
This one kind of sucked.
talking
actually.
the whole fucking
no,
time.
I don't like
we
this
had a
one.
whole crazy adventure lined up.
Pim's right on this argument. He was stressed out. He had lots to do.
And it's true.
couldn't remember
Why
that.
did he have to book the hotel or the flights and the hotels? Why is that fair?
Well, Alan said he sent something on Messenger, so
Oh yeah, he did. You think Pim saw it and just left it on like he was gonna respond to it?
Well, Pim's a busy guy. He's got lots to do.
I think Pim opened it and was like, "I'm gonna respond to that," and literally, Alan should have messaged him again. Is my
Yeah, I think I feel like that's not totally Pim's fault.
A
at fault
week
here.
before they should have gone, "Yo, is everything set up?"
Yeah.
You know, why is it all at Pim?
Charlie's just trying to be the he's trying to be the moderator. He's
I think he feels bad for letting his emotions get out there.
yeah,
too.
he kind of loses it a bit there. And
He
now
loses it, and he's just kind of going, "Okay, let's be pragmatic here."
yeah. So this is we really called Mark M here, the boss.
I'm with Pim.
He went for a walk around his house so we could get a realistic.
That's really him on his phone
Voice.
walking around L.A. And I don't know if we did. I think we had him like walk into like a convenience store. Like we want the ding dong sound.
We wanted him to go to an establishment to order hamburger and fries to make it even more realistic. So he's talking to a person, but we thought that I think it was just too over the top.
It might be
We
too.
ditched
It's
it,
because we're also
yeah.
making Mark actually
Like we
Like
were gonna get
order a
punk
juicy,
somebody.
juicy
Also,
hamburger.
yeah.
But he could have eaten that hamburger.
Maybe
if
this
he ordered
season
it.
two. Maybe we'll do the exact same. Maybe they call him again just like this, and he does it a second time.
Yeah. Problem with this here is the boss really could have done more to help.
I just don't think he wanted to. I
He's
think
got
you're
a
right.
lot of money.
He could have.
He could have called in some favors. Even they say like you probably know someone. I bet he knew like six people
I
from
think
Brazil.
I think he knows that they want to ask him, but he doesn't want to do it. And I think here's what it is. He would do it if they said, "Can you give us money?"
Yeah, it's if they
It's like an help. They feel bad for asking it.
The boss is waiting for them to say like we can pay, we can do something, but they're not saying anything. So
he's letting them lead, and he's
it's
going,
a
"All right."
standstill. It's a
Yeah.
standstill.
we're not mad.
They could have used some better problem-solving skills.
I think the boss was just busy doing stuff too. I think he was like,
I think he was laying in bed looking at YouTube videos.
yeah,
Look at the Russian war updates.
watching a debate, watching a debate for the 6th time. Those bags are nice.
Those bags, even the way they grab the bags is good.
That was nice of Charlie. He got Pim's bag for him.
I didn't
there.
notice that. That was good.
That was a
It
little-
makes up for Charlie opening
Yeah, I
his
think
shirt
that was.
up.
He felt bad that he snapped at him. So he's
He
like, at least
snapped,
I'll
and his
get you
shirt's been
back
open the
here.
whole time, and that was him making up for that. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you listening to this
Yep.
whole thing, and we
thank
love you.
And we love you so
Oh,
much.
thank you, everybody.
And,
And maybe we'll see you next time on another DVD or Blu-ray or YouTube or rip pirated thing. Thank you,
Wait,
everybody.
don't-
Goodbye.
don't-
Thank
thank
you.
you.